Hello and welcome to a new season of Jesuit Gupshup, a talk show by the Jesuits, with the Jesuits, and about Jesuits, showcasing their ordinary lives within and beyond the Jesuit sphere. Our guest today is one who worked in corporate management before dedicating his life to the priesthood and serving communities. He has a meticulous, systematic, and practical persona with a gentle heart and professional mind, helping him relate to even small children. Answering key questions on God's call, his Jesuit life, and finding happiness in faith, here's Father Lenoy Jose SJ. Hello, Lenoy, and welcome to this new episode of Jesuit Gupshup.
Thank you, Sumit.
Let us begin with your vocation story. You were working in training and development in the ITS sector for more than 10 years, right? That's what you were telling me. So, what was the reaction of your family when you told them that you wanted to join the Jesuits?
It was a mixed feeling. Ideally, because I'm the only son, it was not an easy decision. In fact, my father clearly asked me only one question. What about us? Who will take care of us? And I told him, I know the Lord is called, so He'll take care. A few years down the line, after I joined, after I was completed my philosophy, he said, those days I had my own doubts, but now I'm convinced and I'm happy you joined. My mother was neutral. She was like, okay, whatever you decide. And I was lucky enough that they would never force any decision upon me. So I was lucky that way, and they let me go ahead.
Okay, very beautiful story. Even when I say the vocation is not only for the Jesuit, but also for the family. It impacts the family as well. So our Jesuit formation, as you know, is infamously very long. Okay, so what is that one moment that you now, when you look back and say that, thank God I was able to get through that part?
My dad had an ardent desire to be part of my ordination and attended. Unfortunately, he lost the battle to cancer and passed away when I was in theology, second year. So that was a moment when I really felt this was too long, and I missed him during the ordination, and also that spoke of the long formation being a negative. However, it had its own advantages, and there were some moments, especially the novitiate, some experiments and things which were, I had my own questions whether I would be able to complete them. Be it the work experiment, be it the community experiment, be it the slum experiment. So I had my doubts, but I was lucky enough to be in the districts, to be in the remote areas like Nandurbar, Dunhill and all, which is right on the banks of Narmada, and really rough it out. So novitiate, there were many such moments where I know that it was God's grace that carried me through.
You mentioned about the slum experiment. Would you like to tell us about how you spent that 1 month?
Not slum, it was a district experience where, like I mentioned, Nandurbar. We spent in a remote area called Kathuri with a family, and there was no cot and things like that. We were sleeping and the cattle were in the house. So that sort of a setup, which was something very new for me. It was a very eye-opening experience of how simplicity can teach you lessons. And how coexistence is possible in such a close frontier. I have been brought up in Vasai, which is an urban area. My exploits with cattle and things were zero, farming zero. So it was truly a learning experience. To top it all up, I even injured myself during that experiment, and I really understood what acceptance is and what level of love they carry. That really taught me many lessons. Wherever we were sent, I found the grace following us. Like Father Tony, the late Father Tony V says, when you're sent, the grace follows you.
It's a very beautiful thing about a formation. You know, I've spoken to other Jesuits. It is like you're not specifically trained for something. You are pushed. You know, it's like you're pushed into the water. So you can now learn swimming, and there's a beauty in that as well. You know, it makes you do things and see things which you would have not, if you were trained in the right way. And as you mentioned, your formation has really opened up different aspects of life which you would not have had an experience of otherwise.
The other thing is, sometimes it's necessary to also know that you do not know. Like Socrates says, I'm wise because I know not. And it's very true, because when you are in the waters that are unknown, you're really tested. And you rely on His grace and you learn to take that leap of faith. And our formation, in a way, does that to you. It puts you in situations which are not your comfort zone. And it has taught me many things. Of course, being a late vocation, I had my own limitations in many ways, and it has been His grace which has got me through. I will have to clearly say that.
Philosophy, theology, and now to MSW. Completely, different world that you are in now, working at Sneha Sadan with young children, with government authorities and everything. What is that one thing which drives you now?
Well, where the smile on the child's face is what is our fuel. When you realize, okay, what we are doing bears fruit in their completeness, in their achievements, it really helps us. In terms of the reward, there is no monetary reward, there is no position and things that comes your way, but when you look at them succeeding, the joy that we get when we see them settle, when we see them becoming a family, and that is what fuels us. Of course, everything doesn't go as you want, but overall, He works and things fall in place.
Yeah, that's true. If we can make a difference to that one life, that really matters at the end of the day.
Precisely. Right? It's like that one lost sheep that you have got back. The other 99 may be there, but that one makes a difference. At least for you to see that, okay, you have been doing what you're expected to do.
Let's look at something different. What is that aspect of Lenoy which nobody else knows? Or let's say in your community now, what is one thing that they do not know about you? Some skill or talent, something that you have?
Well, one surprise would be, while I'm musically challenged, I do like to make some noise with the flute, let me put it that way. I can't call it music, but I do like just blowing the wind, and I enjoy that. So, and I do it in private, so very few know that I do that. In terms of hobby, I have an aquarium, I have more than one, and that is another way for me to relax, keep my mind occupied with something else.
Interesting. Didn't know about the second one also. I'm going to play a different game now. It's called Jesuit or not. Right? I'm going to say a statement, and you have to say whether this statement is true for a Jesuit or not.
Okay.
Alright, so let's try this out. Carries at least 2 books at all times, even during vacations.
I would say yes.
Yes. Okay. Starts a meeting, but only later realizes he forgot the prayer.
Oh, this is one of those, these Jesuit dialogues. I'm sure it is a Jesuit.
Surely Jesuit. Has a deep spiritual reflection, even on a simple bus journey.
Yes, I would say this is also Jesuit, but very few.
Very few. Okay. Corrects your grammar before correcting your theology.
Yes, I have had professors, yes.
So yes, Jesuit.
Yes, it's been yes throughout, yeah.
Turns everyday ordinary conversation into a life lesson or discernment talk.
We have Jesuits doing that also, so yes. See, that's the beauty of being a Jesuit. You have so many varieties and choices. I think it will be a yes to all of this.
Secretly has a favorite saint, but publicly says it's Saint Ignatius of Loyola.
No, I don't think any Jesuit has to hide any of this. No, we are quite blunt about our choices. I don't think we need to hide. Yeah, I'll say no to this.
Okay. Who is your favorite saint?
Stanislas Costa.
Okay. Plays sports fiercely, but calls it building community. Seen that with Jesuits?
I've been seeing that since novitiate. Yeah.
Okay. When asked a simple yes or no question, begins the reply with, it depends.
Yeah. Certainly.
Certainly. You did that, almost did that one of the previous questions. Says he's giving a short reflection and it still becomes 15 minutes.
It goes to 30 minutes also in some cases. Usually Jesuits are very fast in terms of the Eucharist and things, homily. But there are few who are exception to that rule.
Generally known for shorter homilies.
Yeah, we are known for the shorter service.
Always knows the perfect Bible verse for any awkward or funny situation.
No, not a Jesuit.
Not at all. Says we'll discern that together, even when deciding what movie to watch.
Oh, of course. We have the tool of discernment, but the discernment is to find out how to reason what you've decided.
What you've decided.
For some, that is what discernment is. So I would say yes, I've seen that.
I remember once I was doing a retreat and the director told me, if you've already decided, don't discern. So that's true. Okay. All right, that was great. All right, what's one message that you would like to give to the viewers?
Vocation is not a career choice. So if you're coming in with an ambition, then it is not vocation. Your purpose should be very clear. It should be streaming from the love for God and the love to do His will. What I've realized is it doesn't mean that if you've joined, if you're trying to do His will, you will not have challenges, you will not have uncomfortable situations. But I know one thing for sure, no matter what these situations are, no matter how powerful the authority who's forcing you to in the wrong corner is, He always watches and He makes sure that no matter what mess you are being pushed into, you will be out of it. So remember, it is not going to be a smooth sailing, it's not going to be a cakewalk, as I said, it is not going to be a bed of roses, but if you're clear that it's a vocation, it will get you through. You have to just rely and have faith.
Thank you so much, Lenoy. It's been really nice listening to you, different aspects about vocation and life, and what I really liked is you're very, pragmatic. You're not trying to glorify our vocation and all that, but it is what it is. It is difficult, it is tough, but at the same time, I really like that you emphasize on that point that God guides us through. Right.
You have to let Him work in your life.
Right.
If you're not letting Him do His job, then you will be always in the wrong side. So I feel that leap of faith is rewarding. It may not be rewarding in terms of positions and things like that, but at the end of the day, when you go back to bed, you know you have done the right thing. And that peace is really rewarding.
It's rewarding.
Yeah.
Again, thanks a lot, Lenoy, and we'll continue to pray for you in your ministry and that you may continue to touch more and more lives wherever you go.
Thank you, Sumit, and thank you for having me here. All the best to your future.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Bye. Some skill or talent.
One eternity later.
During novitiate, some of my companions know I had taken a PVC pipe and made a flute out of it.
I prefer the fish on my plate.
Yeah, on your plate.
Too much to look after.
So that's why we are called in many of the places. We finish fast.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons we are popular. I hope I don't get into any trouble for asking you these questions. Please tell me all the cameras were rolling.